time, they would say Janja Garnbret. If she can top this boulder now, I suspect the debate will finish here. Here she goes, Janja Garnbret. The maths are simple. A zone will win it for her, a top will win it as well. Just needs something out of this boulder, and she's going to be the world champion for the second time running. Here she goes. That's the zone. That's Janja, the champion. The result is in the bag now. 2 tops, 3 zones, but she wants 3 tops. Janja Garnbret boshes out right to the penultimate volume. There's the top hold. There's the left hand. There's the right hand. There's the back-to-back win. Janja Garnbret, world champion 2018. Janja Garnbret, world champion 2019. Another record broken by this extraordinary woman. She has won back-to-back Boulder World
I feel like there's this massive added pressure on these Japanese athletes. This time Akiyo uses a bit of a left toe drag under that starting right hand foothold. She didn't actually need that the first time. This time she used it just to help stabilise a little bit on that rollover.
She's got plenty of time. That beep signifies 1 minute to go. She'll have heard that. She'll be well aware of what she's got to do. Up to the zone. All the force going down and right, and just gets the knee involved. Oh, that's clever stuff from Akiyo Noguchi, but can she release it? That's the problem. At some stage she'll have to commit with the left hand, and she's got the power she needs, and from there she will top. Second top of the boulder, and it comes from Akiyo Noguchi.
Oh, talk about using your experience to get yourself up a boulder. For the next set of handholds.
There are some countries where you could be national champion, just be an okay boulderer, but if you've ever been national champion in France, you know you're pretty handy. And Fanny Gibert falls into that category.
This has got a different method this time, much better.
That's nice work from Fanny. Absolutely a perfect calculation of exactly what her span was. Knew that she could leave the left hand in place. And now she's found a way. Up to the zone for Fanny. Gets a heel hook in place. It's so burly, the upper section of this boulder. She could do the popping over again. She does. The feet cut loose. She does really well to hang on to it. We bring the left hand across, and then Fanny Gibert is lining it up to make it 2 boulders, 2 tops. Can she do it? Trying to figure out what to do with the feet before she does. Now trying to figure out what to do with the hands. It's an uncomfortable position from which to launch. Doesn't matter for Fanny Gibert. She finds the top.
That was good intelligent climbing there from Fanny Gibert. Had a different foot sequence at the bottom, like you said, Charlie.
From home too.
Yeah, they do. 2 Japanese men and 2 Japanese women into the final in a World Cup that it didn't feel like they were doing quite as well as they have done at others.
No, it didn't, but here we are.
Yeah, still with 4 out of the 12 finalists. A third of the finalists being Japanese.
You can't totally see from the video, but those tiny white screw-ons actually have red markings on them, so the setters know where to put the holds, but you can actually see those red Sharpie marks better than the holds themselves from the ground.
Yeah, the holds aren't much bigger than the Sharpie marks either. Futaba making pretty light work of this so far. There's another tiny, almost invisible hold just above the zone, about 15 centimetres above it. There it is, thanks Futaba. And then another one about 50 centimetres above that, but she's just lining up for with the right hand. And this could be an amazing start to the final for Futaba Ito, her third final, her second in 2019. And there it is.
Wow.
Perfect start.
She's making sure the other girls know she's means business.
People aren't traveling in luxury. People aren't flying first class. They're not staying necessarily in their own room. People generally share a hotel room or an Airbnb. You can't get the food you want. You're jet lagged. And it's got to be taken into account.
It's absolutely. And not only is it hard at one competition, but these athletes have been going for almost an entire month straight. And I mean, the circuit doesn't really slow down. After now, they're going all the way until the World Championships and then Olympic qualification events. It's hard.
Nice work from Jessie. Right hand lands, and then she had no problem on the left. This could be quite promising for it. With her lead climbing prowess, endurance unlikely to be an issue.
She already has the flip there.
Yes, so with a minute to go, she can take her time on this upper section. Take as long as she needs to figure it out. Manages to land the right hand. This is the closest we've seen anyone get to the top. The problem is you're being pushed outwards by the wall, but you somehow need to get your feet in use. Now she comes through with the left hand. She's as close to the top as she's going to get. Jessie Pilz, 30 seconds to go, lining it up and finding the top. 2 boulders, 2 tops for Jessie. She had to work for that one.
Yeah, that was super impressive. Her ability to find the body positioning.
Get a zone on the first boulder, so if she wants to give the Swiss crowd what they want, then she's going to need to get this boulder done. It's already been topped by Oceana McKenzie, who currently sits in 3rd place. After Petra Klingler, Fanny Gibert, Janja Garnbret and Akiyo Noguchi still to come. So Petra Klingler dabbing out to the right, a multi-talented athlete. Just had our MC remind the crowd she also competes in ice climbing. Doesn't matter what it is, she can climb it, and she's looking pretty handy on this women's 2 slab as well. She's safely onto the zone, palming down with the right hand. Somehow got to bring that left foot through. Nicely done from Petra. And then, as I said earlier, study, get as much information as you can, and then at some stage commit to the move out right. You've got to get the timing and the accuracy absolutely spot on. There we go, wall mounted camera doing its job. Petra trying to figure it out. She knows what needs to be done, and she knows how to do it. Turns and smiles to the crowd, reminiscent of her 2016 Paris moment. Lining it up for the top here. Petra just chalking up. She knows it's not in the bag just yet. The job is done when it's done. The right hand's there, now the left hand's there, and the job really is done. Top for Petra Klingler, and what a reception that got from the crowd. They saw an amazing win from Adam Ondra. That big orange volume to the left, but it just means you can't be out of control. You can't just throw yourself. You have to be accurate and hit exactly the right part.
Precise,
exactly.
Is the word, yeah. Come on, Lucka.
So Lucka Rakovec, as it stands, 6th after the first boulder, so she needs a top here to move her up the standings.
Oh, almost statically.
Almost statically. That requires a lot of power.
Nice. Come on, Lucka. Come on.
Gets a pretty uncomfortable but very effective looking drop knee.
Come on.
Is she trying a different method perhaps?
Mm.
This is a tough move out to the right, but she's got it done, so she'll have to do a little foot swap. There it is on that last foothold, lunges to the top and finds the flash. So this women's final going by quickly. Katja Kadic, the next to try her luck. The podium is gone now. The podium is actually set. We know who it's going to be. Mia Krampel is going to take third. Fanny Gibert and Janja Garnbret are going to take gold and silver, but we don't know the order. Janja Garnbret still to come. We've seen it once or twice in the last few years in the IFSC. Janja Garnbret coming out with a big opportunity, but for now, it's all about Katja Kadic. Still no top for her in this final. A lot of people watching on, a lot of neutrals would enjoy seeing her find the top. And again, that left hand that from the mats looks horrendous. She looks very solid on. So she's already secured the zone. That's 2 zones for her. Doesn't actually move her up the standings.
Such a physical boulder to finish so many different methods. Luckily there's a couple of decent in-cut edges on the side of these volumes. It's just a big body fight to the top of the wall.
Katja giving this one everything she's got. Can she get herself in position? Once people have got 2 firm hands on this hold, they'd look pretty good. Chooses to ignore the screw on. She's just sort of resting on it with her right hand. Goes out with the left. Goes out with the right. Enjoys the applause of the crowd. The final, I suspect, hasn't really gone the way she hoped. She would have been hoping for that first World Cup podium in front of this huge.
Really hard to get right, like I say.
Seems to have got it pretty spot on as it stands. Here goes Julia again. That's it, up to the zone. That is how you do it. I have to say, when we're down on the mats, it looks a hell of a long way up there. But she's got it done. It's a little more basic, still physical above, but not too much reading. You're just compressing these 2 volumes above. At least we think you are. Has she got something else in mind? Surely she'll have to go up with the left hand now. She does. Julia Chanourdie could have top beckoned for her. There is the top hold. Round to the right is slightly hidden, or the best part of the hold is slightly hidden, but she's found a way. Didn't have the best start to this final. No tops, no zones on the first 2 boulders. This time she finds a top.
The other and just try and clamp it onto the volume.
Less than 2 minutes remaining, half her time left for Ievgeniia. As I say, keep persisting though. Miho Nanaka got it on her 5th attempt. This time she makes it work. Got up to the zone now. Really wants to make it count, having got this far. She secured the zone. You want to get the right foot just in front of your left shin, or has she got a different method altogether? Ideally, yeah, you want your right foot right there, and then you've got to go for it. And that's your reward, Ievgeniia Kazbekova. Top for her. She's got a top and 2 zones. That will move her up for now into 2nd place with 3 climbers still to go.
So impressive how she is on her feet.